Self-Awareness Leads to Self-Mastery, Part 2. Welcome back. Let's keep the momentum going on the 3 actions you can accomplish to increase your overall sense of personal awareness. Action 2. Get to know your personal narrative. Your life story is a fundamental component of your personality. Northwestern University psychology professor Dan McAdams tells us the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves don't just shape our personalities, they are our personalities. It's our story that influences how we shape our identity. Our brains interpret life through stories or narratives as a way to give structure and meaning to our lives. The stories we tell ourselves play a huge role in forming a psychological image or persona of who we are. Our identity is almost always preceded by the words, I am. For example, I am generally outgoing, make friends easily, and see the best in people. Or, I am grouchy when I wake up in the morning. However, we tend to identify more with what we do than who we are. This can be misleading because, more often than not, it is an inaccurate reflection of who you really are. For example, I'm a certified X-ray tech, or I'm a teacher, realtor, or dentist. If you see yourself as an X-ray tech, or a teacher, or whatever it is you do, you're accepting a limited belief of the entirety of who you truly are. On the other hand, knowing yourself helps you to find direction and to begin charting an intended course for your life. We all have one particular story we lean on to define our lives. It is our life story that helps us organize our experiences and provides us with a sense of self, and even drives our behavior in some cases. We're constantly updating, amending, and adding to this story as we encounter new experiences. In essence, the story narrative by which you live defines you, but does not confine you. You can change your story with a new narrative at any time. The reason you can change the narrative is because you are the author of your story, and because your story is always evolving. The reason this is so profound is because so many of the people are so unaware of just how simple it is to do. So, what is your story? What are you telling yourself that has become a part of the narrative that you wish to change? What elements are you using to define yourself? Are you limiting your story to what you do over who you are? Be careful to embrace the entirety of your persona to formulate an accurate reflection of your story. Be sure to include your values, beliefs, vulnerabilities, tendencies, strengths, known weaknesses, and limitations, abilities, and talents. In other words, consider the entirety of you. Once you become aware of your current narrative, then you can begin to strike through unwanted thoughts and beliefs that are keeping you stuck where you are. Your newfound awareness provides you with the power to edit and totally rewrite your story. I want you to take some time to write out your current narrative. Write a sentence or two about who you are, where you are, and how you are. Then read it aloud and take note of the way your current narrative makes you feel. Focus on the words that describe the conditions you wish to change. Then take some time to contemplate your new narrative. As you begin thinking of your new narrative, take note of the way that makes you feel. Seize the new words and ideas that emerge and write them down. They don't even have to make sense at first, because when you stir the emotional pot of creativity, all kinds of thoughts begin to surface. These thoughts can sometimes reveal themselves randomly, so be sure to capture even the random thoughts in words. Then begin to strike the words and ideas that you desire to change from your current narrative. Replace the old words and old ideas with your new words to form the new narrative you wish to live your life to emulate. For example, I work a typical 40-hour week and have very little time to escape my circumstances. Now, imagine we strike the last part of that narrative and write the following. I work a 40-hour work week and will commit to 4 hours a week to devote to learning more about whatever, so I can begin to create the kind of life I desire. Here's another example. I'm 20 pounds overweight and cannot seem to find the willpower to avoid unhealthy food to get into the kind of shape I know I'm capable of to enjoy life more. Imagine we strike the entire sentence and rewrite the following empowering narrative. I'm committed to losing 20 pounds of unwanted body weight and will do it with the help of a trainer or coach and will reach my ideal weight by March 1st. I want you to be aware of how you feel as you begin making your changes. Are you nervous? That's normal, by the way. Are you excited? That's awesome. Are you hesitant? That's okay. These are all indications of your subconscious resisting your desire to change. It will get easier the more you stay engaged in the process. The reason I want you to recognize how you feel is to help you to connect your subconscious with your conscience. Failure to connect sets you up for failure to realize your goal or intention. You must connect the subconscious with the conscious. In a future lesson, we'll take a deeper look at how our personal narrative, our story, affects our state and our strategy. I'll also give you a couple of more tips to help you shape or change your story that'll pay huge dividends for you. For now, let's move on to the next lesson to take a look at the third and final action you can take that'll increase your overall sense of personal awareness.